Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lines TV, and today we're going to discuss one massive story that has broken today. It's in regards to Robert Lewandowski. It's a massive report from Sky Germany, and they state that we have made contact to sign him for this summer. You guys, you need to hear the news surrounding this big story. I'm going to break it down. I hope you enjoy. If you like today's video, smash the like button. I want to go over 2,500 likes for today's video. And before we get into things, let me get one quick plug out of the way first. Of course, right now you guys, our new home shirt for next season is officially out, and I have to say, when you have it, up close and personal and actually own it, it's not too bad. The V-neck, it fits very nice. The colors, they pop out and they stand out really well too. And of course, if you're planning on buying it, I'm your guy. In the description below, you'll find all the right affiliate links, and if you use my affiliate links, you can use my discount code NINI10 to get a further 10% off your final order. So you guys, I'm here to plug you, I'm here to hook you up, and this is probably the best time to get something now because the club have released more training gear, next season's training gear right now. So good luck to you guys. Of course, thank you to everyone that uses my links. And now we start with the first story today, and we have to discuss these Lewandowski reports. The news coming out from Sky Germany is big, it's massive, and they confirm that we have made contact in regards to his availability for this summer. Now, at this point in time, Lewandowski has broken an incredible record set by the famous Gerd Müller, scoring over 40 goals in a Bundesliga season. For this season in total, Lewandowski scored 47 goals in 39 appearances. So for me, this guy is levels with Messi, levels with Ronaldo and some of the greats in the game. But I guess in that sense, Lewandowski has completed the Bundesliga. What more can he do? He's broken one of the longest records ever. He constantly wins everything, playing for Bayern Munich there as well. He's won the Champions League too. It feels like it's time for him now to reevaluate his career and look to find a new challenge elsewhere. That seems to be the reality at this point in time. So if a player of Lewandowski's stature and ability is available in the market, you know that a club like us is going to be in for him. Now, let's go back a few seasons before he, was managed by Pien Zahavi. We were linked with him, we came close in our own sense, but of course it never came through, it never worked out. Could we have a possibility of signing Lewandowski this summer? This is where things get difficult, you guys, because it feels like, yes, the club want to sign a marquee striker. However, how easy is this going to be? If we break down the targets we're looking at, Lukaku, Haaland, Lewandowski as well, and of course we can't forget Harry Kane. Well, we know that Kane's going to be next to impossible. Players from us and Spurs, they don't sign for each other. We go to Lukaku, and he's only going to leave Inter Milan if Conte definitely goes, which it's not giving you the best confidence. And of course, in the case of Haaland, Dortmund don't want to sell him. They've got Champions League football. It seems like Haaland is comfortable remaining at Dortmund for one more season. So I guess it really limits the options we can look at when it comes to signing these marquee strikers. It seems like Lewandowski could be another similar case because reports do state that he does prefer a move to Spain instead. Now, the three main clubs showing interest right now are Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain and us, with us normally being right at the bottom. But, we can't forget last summer. We know that Kai Havertz didn't see us as his first option, but our vision, our plan for him, the players we signed and the potential of the club were things that persuaded him to sign for us. So, we can never rule out anything in this game, but I guess if we have any hopes of signing a player and forward like this, let's hope that next week we beat Man City and win that Champions League. Because we can't forget the last time we won the Champions League, we had one of the most incredible summer windows that really just helped define a new generation of the team. So I'm not saying it's going to be on that same level, but winning the Champions League could really help us, really sign those big top targets that, normally are very hard to sign. Now, naturally, Thomas Tuchel is a massive fan of Lewandowski and ideally would want him at the club. When you sign for clubs like us with the money we have, the influence we have, there's so many players that become available to a coach that it's no surprise they're going to like all of them. But, it does feel like Lewandowski would be harder to get done. But at the same time, if we could hypothetically sign him, maybe he could be that dream signing to have. Now, I want to discuss how I could see this deal working out. Lewandowski, he really is a complete striker. He can do everything. For me, Lewandowski is like a better version of a Harry Kane. I think he's a lot more leaner, more mobile, probably a bit stronger too, and a bit faster on top of that. But I bring up the Harry Kane comparisons because Lewandowski is very comfortable, linking up the play, dropping deeper, creating space for others. He knows how to time his runs inside the box. He has incredibly accurate shooting with both feet. Inside the box, outside the box, so clinical, so good. And with us, a team that is constantly fluffing and fumbling our chances we create. I feel like we created so much this season that someone should have got at least over 20-25 goals this season, but it wasn't to be the case, and it does feel like maybe to go to that next level we might have to dip into the market again. I still have some different thoughts and opinions behind that. I do think at times though that we need to give patience to the attacking players we signed. As I'm always saying, every player that came from abroad at the start of this season hasn't done as well in the Premier League. Having no COVID, poor fitness, injuries, etc., it plays a part. And now that players like maybe your Werners and Kais are getting more suited to the Premier League pace and how football's played here, I'm expecting them to be a lot better for next season. So I don't know, you guys, I bring up this point because I feel like getting a striker could be quite difficult, incredibly difficult. I'm not feeling too confident personally, and maybe instead of spending that 100 million on a striker, we could reinvest that money into another attacking player. But the reason why I brought up the summer signings is because I really believe that it is going to be very hard to sign a marquee striker this summer. I just think it's going to be super hard. I would not be surprised though if we reallocated the funds, the 100 million plus that we want to look to sign a forward, into signing a attacking player instead. It's really no surprise to me why the Jadon Sancho reports have come out. He is definitely a player that can add to the goals because he gets you double digits for assists and for goals as well, and it could be a lot easier to sign compared to a striker. Haaland, for example, is the dream target, and maybe it would make more sense to go for him next summer, and potentially we could ease in his potential signing by signing your Sanchos, by having the right build-up behind him. I think that could play a massive part in persuading him to sign for us, and I think it would be worth investing in that long-term game. But regardless though, let's not act like the players we signed this summer, we're seeing them at their peak, we're seeing them at their highest heights. They've all had their own struggles individually. Ziyech in particular, we haven't seen close to what he can do, but if anything, I'm praying that there will be a system for him next season that's going to really get the best out of him. I feel like we're not really getting the best out of him, man. My griefs are for a different video for a different day. But in regards to Kai Havertz too, for me, he's the reason why I think that we don't have to sign a striker if we can't get one. Go for the big ones. If they don't want to come, don't sign the ones below that, because that's a gamble, that's a risk, and most times signings like that don't work out for us. We signed Kai Havertz, and it's quite clear that under Tuchel he is going to be more of a striker. So let's give him a full season to acclimatise to the role, to get used to it, to play. We've seen the promise, we've seen the potential this season, we've seen what he can do. And for me, if we were to sign a striker, I'm still trying to think, what would the lineup be? How would we get the best out of Kai? Would Havertz not become a little bit redundant if he's not playing in a role like that? Because, playing on the right hand side, yeah, give him space, he could do something, but is that going to be a role that could elevate him to the next level? I don't think so. And, we saw Lampard using him as a number 8, which I thought was very fascinating and definitely could have been something that, he could have really grown into in the long term. But I don't see Tuchel ever using him in a system or a role like that. So, I think Kai could be one of the reasons why we don't sign a striker in the summer, just due to the difficulties behind it. And, with the investment we put into him, I feel like if we're not going to give him a season up front, then what is the point of Kai Havertz? That's how I see things. What would the point be in signing him in the first place? But regardless, you guys, I like the club's ambition. I think that's been one of the most exciting things for all us fans this past few seasons, is the ambition is clearly back. We definitely have ambitions to go to the highest heights, and we've been getting tastes and glimpses, and this season can still end spectacularly for us if we beat Man City in the Champions League finals. So there you guys have it. That was the Lewandowski news. Of course, give your thoughts and opinions. Do you feel like we can actually sign a big name striker this summer, or do you think that maybe it's a bit too far ahead of us at this point in time? Let us know below. I'm NEFC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.